Hi, I'm Kira K. Dixon, and today Caitlin Clark is under the umbrellas. Welcome, Caitlin.
Thanks for having me. Excited to be here.
Well, I heard that it's your first time at Augusta National. So what are the impressions so far?
Oh gosh, I mean, this is a place that's on literally everyone's bucket list.
From the basketball court to one of golf's most iconic stages, something unexpected happened, and no one saw it coming. Caitlin Clark didn't head to Augusta National for a tournament. She went to the Masters to pause, reflect, and share a more personal side of herself, one fans rarely get to see. She opened up about feeling nervous, told some fun golf stories, and gave us a glimpse into her life during the off-season. And along the way, she explained how golf has surprisingly taught her a lot about what she's learned from basketball.
I think you see it on TV, but when you actually get here, it's a completely different experience. So beautiful. Wherever you look, it's like a postcard. It's amazing. I think the one thing that you can't tell on TV is the hills. You can't really prepare for that. My legs were a little sore yesterday, but I mean, it's just unreal. It's perfect,
That's
honestly.
Your preseason workout.
Yes, exactly. Getting my legs back in shape.
There you go. Yeah, what did you do? I walked the golf course.
Yeah, that's how I got back in shape.
In classic Caitlin Clark style, she couldn't help but start things off with a joke.
I don't know what I'm going to do tomorrow. I don't know what I'm going to do the next day. So maybe play some golf. I think that's what I'm going to do until it gets too cold in Indiana. So I got that. I'll become a professional golfer.
After joking that she spent her off-season training to be a pro golfer, Caitlin Clark kept the laughs coming. She quipped that hiking the famous hills of Augusta was actually her preseason workout. "Getting my legs back in shape," she said with a grin. Even as a fan, she joked, the Masters isn't exactly light exercise. But behind the humor was that familiar Caitlin Clark mix. Sharp focus, a love for the game, and just the right amount of fun.
So your family is here with you. They're just off camera. When I told my family that I was working the Masters tournament, that I would get to be here.
That's not even working. It's a treat.
That I would even get to be in the vicinity of Augusta National. They were so excited. What was their reaction when you found out that you were going to all get to come?
For once, Caitlin Clark wasn't the one in the spotlight. She was the one in the crowd, cheering. At the Masters, she was just a fan, taking it all in with wide eyes and a big smile, enjoying the moment with her family by her side.
At the top of their bucket list too. They can't get enough of it. I slept in today. My brother and my dad were here right when the gates opened. They were walking around. Nobody's playing. And that's what a lot of patrons do. They just walk around and want to see the course. And that's what my dad and my brother were doing. So they can't get enough of it. We've tried every single food. We're going down the list. So.
What's the favorite?
Caitlin's not shy about what really matters, especially when it comes to Augusta's famous food. She's on a mission to try it all, and admitted to going back for more than a few sweet treats, joking she might need some extra workouts once she's back in Indiana. Whether it's enjoying a honey wheat chicken salad sandwich or scouting out her next snack, Caitlin's clearly soaking up every moment and loving the fan experience.
My favorite, I think the Georgia peach ice cream sandwich. You can't go wrong with that. It's the peach isn't overpowering. The sugar cookie is really good. Had a couple of them yesterday. I'm going to need to get some extra conditioning in when I get back to Indianapolis. But, I mean, you can't go wrong with anything. There's just so many things that are so good. And maybe it just tastes better because the view is also so amazing. But yeah, it's been fun.
Are you a pimento person?
Not a huge pimento person, but
it's a unique taste.
I would pick the chicken salad on the honey wheat before that. Okay. I really like the chicken salad. That's my go-to sandwich if I'm picking one.
Yeah, I like that. The protein gets you through the day.
It's really good.
And yes, just like the rest of us, she plans her outfits with care. Not knowing what the weather would do, Caitlin came prepared and packed plenty. She wanted to look the part. She hasn't even made it to the merchandise tent yet, but when she does, it's game on. She's got a plan.
How have you planned your outfits this week?
Ooh, well, I brought a ton of clothes because I didn't really know about the weather when I got here, but I mean, it's been perfect, but just trying to look the part at least, you know.
You do look the part, but you're a golfer. You know exactly what it takes.
I haven't gone to the merch area yet, so we're gonna get some good.
Okay, what's
Masters.
on the?
Everything. But also then you gotta buy for people too. You gotta stock up on Christmas gifts. My brother's already gone. He spent a bunch of money, I'm sure.
Oops.
I'll be up there too, but I'll get some hats, get some nice golf gear. Cause it's exclusive. You can only get it here. So you gotta go crazy while you can.
Yes.
And yes, she's already thinking about gifts for the family. New hats, coffee mugs, because she proudly calls herself a caffeine queen, and, of course, some exclusive golf gear. She even admitted to watching TikTok merch hauls just to get ready for the shopping spree. It's strategy meets style, and it's the kind of behind-the-scenes detail fans don't usually get to see.
You know, I've been watching like TikTok hauls of like what people buy so I can be prepared of what I want to get.
Well, because when you go in there, you have to have a strategy. You have
to have a plan, yeah.
It's overwhelming.
There's so many people in there. I'll probably get some coffee mugs. My brother said the coffee mugs were going off I'm a big coffee person, so get some coffee mugs.
My brother said the coffee mugs were a hit, and I'm a big coffee person, so I had to grab a few, Caitlin said with a smile. In that way, Caitlin Clark at Augusta isn't just a sports star at a golf tournament. She's all of us. Wide-eyed, snack in hand, soaking it all in, and making memories with the people who matter most.
So I remember I was pretty young and like I loved every sport. My parents like I wanted to try whatever I could. And I remember on one of my birthdays, I forget how old I was turning, but I was pretty young. I got my first set of golf clubs and they were like bright pink, like the kid golf clubs. And I would always beg my dad to like take me and go golfing. I just really enjoyed it. I loved being outside. You know, I wasn't obviously very good. I still am a hack, but I think I just like love being outside.
Before Caitlin Clark was making headlines on the basketball court, she was already falling for a different kind of game, one without crowds, teammates, or a shot clock. Her love for golf started early, and while she's the first to say she's no pro, it's clear the sport holds a special place in her heart. So how did it all start? Think birthday surprise, a set of bright pink clubs, and a whole lot of determination.
I love the competitive aspect of it. It's like a battle with yourself. Like it's an individual sport. It's so different than basketball or the other sports that I played growing up. So I think it makes you have this mental toughness about you. I think that's what I love about it. But a lot of my friends played growing up and throughout college and even now professionally, some of my teammates play. So it's like a fun, competitive thing we get to do together. Yeah. And that's what I love about it. And yeah. That's the one bad thing about the WNBA is like it's during the summer, so I don't get to go out and golf as much, but I try to make as much time as I can without hurting my back because I still need to make some shots, you know, here
and there. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I got into it at a young age and I've really always just loved it and I'm very average at it, but it's so hard. Like everybody's mostly pretty average, but yeah, it's fun. I enjoy it.
For Caitlin Clark, golf is more than just a hobby. It's her escape. In a life filled with constant attention and high expectations, the golf course gives her something rare, calm. It's where the pressure fades, the noise quiets down, and everything slows to just her, the club, and the next shot.
But also I think like understanding how much I enjoy it and how peaceful it is. It's like such a nice way to get away from basketball and what your reality is every single day and just to do something where you can like calm your mind and be away from people and be outside.
She's the first to admit she couldn't drop 35 points like Michael Jordan after 18 holes, but Caitlin gets why so many top athletes are drawn to golf. It's a mental reset, a chance to breathe, refocus, and return to the grind feeling recharged.
Why do basketball players specifically seem to love golf so much?
That's a really good question. Honestly, I really do think that like, one, it's a great escape for us. I think two, you know, we're so used to the team aspect and then you get out on the course and it's such a challenge with yourself. Like it's you, the golf ball, the golf club, like the course, like that's all it is. You know, you don't have teammates to rely on. It's just a battle with yourself. And
it's almost like a mental exercise.
It really makes you mentally tough. And I think that's also what's really impressive about these professional golfers out here. Like you hit a bad shot, you don't have time to sulk. Like you got to move on. And it is similar to basketball in the same way. Like you miss a shot, you got to move on. But you know, they're the one that has to step up and take the next shot. They don't have other teammates to rely on. So I think that's what's really impressive about it.
Caitlin sees a lot of similarities between golf and basketball. In golf, if you hit a bad shot, there's no time to dwell on it. You have to move on and focus on the next one. It's the same in basketball. Miss a shot and you've got to shake it off and keep playing. But in golf, you're on your own. You don't have teammates to rely on to fix things. That's what makes it so impressive to her. Both sports train you to move on from mistakes and stay focused, whether it's hitting a bad shot or missing a big bucket. You just have to keep pushing forward.
But the most important thing is managing your nerves here. How much do you relate to that? I know that you said you don't really get that nervous in basketball, but every once in a while, I'm sure something does spike.
Well, it was just like interesting, like walking around yesterday, like the fans are just like so on top of you. And I think as an athlete, like when you're in your element and you're competing and doing your thing, you don't always realize that. So I'm sure the guys get in their zone and kind of go about their business how they always do. But that element is always something that you can't prepare for.
Caitlin knows you can't replicate the nerves or pressure of a crowd in practice. That's why both basketball and golf are so unique. They require you to block out the noise, focus, and perform under pressure. At Augusta, surrounded by fans and excitement, she felt those nerves even as a spectator. But that's what makes golf so special. It challenges her in ways that help improve every aspect of her game.
It's like just in basketball, like you don't show up to practice and there's not fans there yelling and screaming and cheering or walking alongside the ropes or sitting behind the green. Like those are just elements you can't prepare for. And, you just kind of have to zone in and lock in and block out kind of all that noise, but also enjoy it at the same time. Cause, this place is beautiful and incredible. And, having fans or crowds or whatever it is follow you in professional sports, like that's what makes it really fun.
Yeah.
Caitlin isn't just a fan of golf. She truly understands it. The strategy, the mindset, the grind. It's that deep appreciation that ties her love for both golf and basketball together. She even remembers stories of Steph Curry heading to the golf range after a tough game, using it as a way to reset and refocus.
I think one of my favorite stories is when Steph Curry, I think it was the playoffs, and I think it was the finals. They had just lost, and he didn't play very well. And the next day they had off, and he didn't want to go to the gym. He wanted to go to the golf course and just hit balls. And then the next day he came out and had like 45 points and shot really well. And I think it just shows like how nice of a calming aspect it is for professional athletes, but also the competitive side of it. Like you love that too. And obviously Steph is really good, but I think that is one of my favorite stories is like, you understand like this is an escape for us too. Like it's that peaceful. And
Caitlin gets it. Squeezing in 18 holes before dropping 35 points on the court isn't just a cool story. It's a mindset. She doesn't just retell these stories. She understands their deeper meaning. That's where her sports IQ truly shines. Golf isn't just a fun side hobby for her. It's a mental blueprint that reflects everything she values about elite competition.
I know MJ is really competitive with it. The stories about MJ are crazy. Like he would go play 18 and then show up to the game and drop 35. I could never do that. Like that's a different breed. But you find a lot of hoopers also like basketball too.